Hello everyone, myself Ishita Sharma, and in this video we are going to talk about white blood cells or leukocytes. So white blood cells are the cells that protect us from the harmful antigens and provides immunity to our body. So if we talk about the shape of this WBCs, so these are rounded or amoeboid cells. They have nucleus and they are non-pigmented cells. So they are also called wandering cells because they are capable of coming out of the blood capillaries by amoeboid movement, which is known as diapedesis. We can see the diapedesis over here where these white blood cells are coming out of the blood capillaries. Now, let's just talk about the number of WBCs in the body of human being. So, WBCs are less in number than RBCs, and the total number of leukocyte per microliter of the blood, it is known as total leukocyte count or the TLC, and it is a diagnostic feature of many diseases. So these number of WBCs vary in different persons, and it ranges from 5,000 to 10,000 per millimeter cubic of blood. So in infections, the number of WBCs increases, as we can see in this image over here. So high WBCs count are in this infections, and this process is known as leukocytosis, and the fall in the number of WBCs is called leukopenia, for example in AIDS. So formation of WBCs occur in lymph nodes, bone marrow, Pierce patches, thymus, spleen, etc. And the formation of WBCs is known as leukopoiesis, just like erythropoiesis as we discussed in previous video. Percentage of WBCs inside the blood is known as differential leukocyte count or DLC. So this is the diagram. It is of spleen, which is present in the near the stomach, and it is larger than WBCs. If we talk about its size, it is larger than WBCs and ranges between 8 to 15 micrometer, but may be up to 20 micrometer. So let's just talk about the types of WBCs. So on the basis of cytoplasmic granules, the leukocytes are divided into two categories, that is granulocyte and agranulocyte. So the granulocyte contains granules and agranulocyte lack granules. So let's just talk about the granulocytes. So these have granular cytoplasm and a lobed nucleus. So that's why they are known as granulocyte, and they are also known as polynuclear nucleoside because of multi-lobed nucleus. So these are produced in the red bone marrow and from the precursor cells called myoblast cells, and it forms about 65% of the WBCs. It is further of three types, as we can see here: neutrophil, eosinophil, and basophil. So let's just talk one by one of each about each type. So if we talk about neutrophil, it is the most abundant type of WBCs, and it comprises about 62% of total WBCs, hence it is most abundant, and its size ranges from 10 to 12 micrometer, and its cytoplasm is granular, and it have multi-lobed nucleus. As we can see in this image, there are multiple lobes, and this is the slide as we can see. And also the count is 4900 per cubic millimeter of blood, and it gives the natural dye. It is a natural dye. It is not acidic or not basic, and it have a violet color. So if we talk about more features of neutrophil, its lifespan ranges from 10 to 12 hours, and these are the chief phagocytic cells of the body, and are also known as soldiers of the body because they have phagocytic action. And it also helps in determining the sex of female, because female have show drumstick or shaped body near the nuclear lobes, which represent the chromosome X. Right. So let's talk about the next type, that is basophils. So these basophils are also known as cyanophils because, and it comprises 0.5 to 2% of total leukocyte count and are least in number. And it contains granules which show methylene blue color stain, hence, and also they are basic, hence named basophils. So its size ranges from 8 to 10 micrometer. Nucleus is 2 to 3 lobed and have S shape, as we can see over here. This nucleus is around S shape. Here we can also see in the slide it has a S shaped nucleus, and its lifespan is around 8 to 12 hours. And what are its properties? it secretes heparin and histamine, which has important role in anticoagulation of the blood inside the body. So when it doesn't allow coagulation of the blood inside the arteries and veins, and they are non-phagocytic in action. So let's just talk about the third type of granulocyte, that is acidophils. So which it constitutes 2 to 4% of TLC, and it is larger in size than neutrophils and 10 to 15 micrometer in size. Its cytoplasmic granules are acidic in nature, and they like eosin acid, and hence named eosinophils. So hence they give the pink color because of its acidic nature. And the role of these acidophils, it have arginine and anti-allergic or antihistamine properties, and its lifespan is around 14 hours. It have bilobed nucleus, as we can see in this image. It has bilobed nucleus, and also it increases when there is high fever or asthma. Now discuss about the second type of WBC, that is agranulocyte, which lack granules, and they contain lobulated nuclei. It forms about 35% of leukocytes, and it is also of two types, that is monocytes and lymphocytes, as we can see over in this image. So let's just talk about the monocyte. So it is the largest sized leukocytes. It is largest in size, 12 to 15 micrometer, and its composition is about 5.3%, and its number is 100 to 400 per cubic millimeter of blood. Its nucleus is oval like kidney or horseshoe shaped. It is formed in the bone marrow or the spleen, and lymph nodes, etc., by monoblastic cells. It have phagocytic actions and engulf the bacteria, hence belongs to the second line of defense. Also convert macrophages into macrophages, which removes the dead cells and clean the body. So this is the largest sized monocyte, and you can see these type of monocyte inside the blood smear. Now let's just talk about lymphocytes. So lymphocytes constitute 30% of total leukocyte count, and its number varies from 1500 to 2700 per cubic millimeter of blood, and it is 7 millimeter in diameter. Its primary function is to produce antibodies and to opsonize and to play an important role in immune system. So this is the one that identifies the antigen and provide the first line of defense. It is formed inside the bone marrow and mature in spleen, and formed from precursor cells called lymphoblasts. So nucleus is large. Its nucleus is large. It has largest nucleus, occupies most of the volume, and its lifespan ranges from months to years. So in the slide it appears like this. It has a largest size nucleus that we have to remember over here. So if we talk about types of lymphocytes, on the basis of size, there are of two types. First is B lymphocytes, which is formed inside the bone marrow and also mature in the bone marrow. And if we talk about T lymphocytes, so these are formed in the bone marrow, but they mature in thymus, here thymus. So that's why it is known as T lymphocyte. Here's a mistake over here, please ignore that. So it provides the cell mediated immunity after stimulating by a specific antigen. So it is the antigen determining factor, or the it helps the B cells to take action against the particular antigen. So that was all about the WBCs, or leukocytes. I hope you like this video, or you understand some of things, or understand my genuine approach towards biology. Thank you so much. We'll meet you in next video. Till then, take care. Goodbye.